all the components for the first time in years. And now to add the hyperdermatonia. It's done. And now comes the rather unpleasant part. Injecting the serum. Bottoms up. Oh my. The effects are instantaneous. I did not expect this. No. It can't be. It can't be. No. These memories are false. Why? Why do I have these memories in my head? They're mix-matching with each other. It doesn't make any sense. I don't understand. No. Calm. Marcus, calm. Focus your mind. Distinguish the lie from the truth. These new memories. These must be the true memories of my past. They must be. There was no hallucinogen in the concoction. There was no hallucinogen. There was no chemical concoction in that serum that would make me see visions or hallucinations. These new memories, they must be truth. It hurts. What must be these false memories? They're coinciding with the true ones. It hurts. But I must coordinate my memories. I'll be. Truth will out, indeed. The truth really will set you free. There are now no more chains around me, Batman. I hope you're prepared for what happens next. Doctor, are you all right? Good. Freeze is fine. Just needed some repair work on his suit. Nothing too serious. This issue of Marcus, however, it's concerning me greatly. Well, he now has all the components of his concoction, and we still do not know what it does. Doctor, is there anything you can tell me about Marcus Kincaid's case while he was at Arkham? All right. So he journeyed to America, and then what? Just immediately began killing. All right. Let's try and piece these puzzle pieces together, shall we? If Marcus arrives in America, he must have come at a young age for him to have so much knowledge of everything in Gotham and the way we work. He's retained his English accent, so most likely he still remembers something of his time in England. What do you think? I still don't think we have all the pieces of this puzzle. We need to find out what Marcus's motivation was. In the time I've known Marcus, relatively short time, I know he's not a mindless killer. A monster and a murderer, but not mindless. His actions have methodical precision to them. The people he's killed, they represented some sort of obstacle to him. An obstacle to be overcome. None of it was ever done with malice. Poison ivy. I would say even that was methodical. He wanted to make sure that no one could trace the hyperdementolia flower that he needed for his serum. And so, with Ivy dead, it would naturally follow that the dead end for the police or anyone investigating this mystery would end at Poison Ivy. Jarvis. Perhaps that was a bit of malice. After all, he took you. And Marcus seems to have a rather unhealthy obsession with you, Doctor. I suppose as a psychologist, your training will be a lot better than mine, but I think you're right. But if we could just find out just one thing about Marcus's past and his concoction and fascination with getting better, whether or not he's even dying of the... What is this? No, the back computer isn't supposed to do that.
Security. Protocol is very... There we are. Hello, Batman. Did you miss me?
Marcus, how in the name of God did you...
No, let's not talk about the hows, whys, and do you mind if I don't? Hello, Doctor. I meant what I said, little rabbit. Your time with Batman will be brief, but I suppose now there's no shame in revealing my dastardly plans as any good supervillain in any movie has ever done.
Get to the point, Marcus. How the hell did you break into the back computer?
Well, it certainly wasn't easy. The security protocols you have on this thing they're phenomenal. But rather easy to locate. And once I located the most heavily protected database in the city, I naturally assumed that either the government or you had something to do with it. If it was the government, I would have said something far, far more wittier, believe me. Yes, Doctor, the concoction worked. Almost too well.
What did the concoction do, Marcus?
Think of the concoction, Batman, as a way of removing my gloves from the hands of life. Imagine living all your life on a ship in the middle of the sea, surrounded on all sides by fog. And imagine that this serum is the sun cutting through the filth and the muck, creating one's mind crystal clear. No, I'm afraid not, Doctor. I'm afraid that was a lie. I never needed you to help me from dying. I just needed you as a means to an end. I hope that's all right. Oh, come now. Don't pretend you didn't enjoy it at the time. Oh, what a snappy retort. But I'm afraid time is of the essence now.
What are you planning to do, Marcus? You have what you wanted. You've already made it clear that you've lied to everyone who's ever tried to help you. What are you gonna do?
Oh, you'll see, Batman. You'll see. Now that I've been living up until now with gloves on, and now finally I've been able to take them off, I now know who is responsible for the way I am.
What do you mean?
I always thought that I was born like this. That I was born with the memories already in my mind. That I remember my time in the womb of my mother. I remembered everything. But no. These memories were false. Copies. Implants. As was most of my life. And you will see, Batman. You will see the fury of God when I find who is responsible.
Where are you?
Follow the blood, detective. See you soon.
Doctor, I know I have no right asking this of you. But will you help me catch Marcus Kincaid? I know I promised to send you home. But until Marcus is stopped, I really don't think that he's going to stop until he's... Do you understand what I'm trying to say? Good. I'm glad we understand. Alfred?
Yes, sir.
I think it's time we upgraded from the Batmobile.
Oh, I think I know what you mean, sir. Preparing it right away.
Oh, very kind of you. Oh, heck. Oh, bloody hell. Oh, that drink last night. Oh, shit. It's 3 o'clock in the bloody morning. I suppose if Who's there? I know you're there. Come out. I know the sound and feeling of someone in my room. I know you're there. Show yourself. Hello, Professor. No one's called me that for some time. Who are you? The ghost of Christmas past. Jesus on a cross. Marcus. The news, they said you were dead. They said you were executed by electric chair. This is impossible. How did you... Listen to me very carefully, Professor. All those memories during our time at Lark Hill Detention Facility, I always thought that they were bad dreams at first when I was young. But they were memories, weren't they? Now look, Marcus, I know why you're here, all right? You think that I'm responsible for what happened? You were responsible! You were! I remember everything now. I remember how you used me, my mother, as guinea pigs for your bloody Alzheimer's treatment. You were on the cusp, you would say. On the cusp of treatment with just a little more effort from our test subjects, you said. You tortured me. Made me believe things that weren't true. I thought that I was born with this, but you made me this. Marcus, I was a scientist trying to make scientific breakthroughs at Lark Hill. I'm sorry you went through a bad time, but you weren't the only one. That makes it worse. How many failed, Professor? How many failed your little experimentations? How many died? How many did you make me kill? How many? All those memories. You made me think that... You made me think it was you. When I killed my mother, I thought at that time that she was the one who made my life a misery. I felt such joy. Such bastardized joy at hell holding her head in my hands and presenting it to my father. When all the time it was just one of your test subjects, wasn't it? I'm sorry, Marcus. We were desperate. We had so many die in those trials at Lark Hill. I'm sorry. There were so many failures. So many breaches, so many medical failures. We had to send you to America. We couldn't deal with the shame because we didn't want to deal with it. You only saw what you wanted to see. I understand, Professor. The memories I have, I never wanted to see. I never wanted to see. But they were still there nonetheless, and I had to endure them. You made me kill everyone that ever might have cared about me. You took everything from me and you swept me away with the sea. You cast me out like the Spartans of old, left me to die in America. wasn't difficult to track your false name, because it was a name you always used to call me. So, as I remember it, you used to have a fun little game. Please, Marcus, you need to understand. I'm sure even you remember what game that was. Please, Marcus, look, let's not be too hasty here. I put you through those to make you as strong as you... I seem to remember the game started when you told me to get in that tunnel. A tiny tunnel, only a meter across, and you would close the door behind. Please, Marcus, listen to me. You are going to disappear, Professor. And not even the power of prayer will save Marcus, you. We did not do this to you without cause. You are going to disappear, Professor. There's not going to be any tears or screams. I have thought of something far worse for you. Do you know what that is? What? You are going to die, and there isn't going to be a soul who remembers you. Not even me. How do you figure that? I'll find a way to forget you. The very last and very first thing I've ever forgot. And it will be you. And if even the LockBox killer forgets who you are, was it even worth them being on the earth in the first place? You will die alone and forgotten. You made me kill everyone who might have even given an inkling of a shit about me. You made me kill my mother, my father, my friends, Svetlana. You did. She's not dead. What? I said she's not dead. You fucking idiot. Do you honestly think that we would have thrown an innocent girl in that cell with you? She was doing entertainment. Entertainment. She did ballet with her troupe at the Russian theatre. To entertain the people there, that was a gift. That was a gift to you from us. We decided to finally say fuck it. And we blew the last of the budget that they ever gave us on hiring the Russian theatre to perform for you crazy fucking people. She's still alive, Marcus. I guess deep down I always knew this day would come, when you would finally start hunting down the people responsible for your torment, as you put it. But we did what we did, and we advanced science by 55 years at least. And then they shut us down like we were nothing. What else could we do with you and the others? We sent you to America because we thought that you could have a chance. I'm sorry life has been painful for you, but ultimately you had a choice, Marcus. Do with that what you will. Just when I thought the biggest monster in this room was me, you kept talking, Professor. I hope Satan's balls aren't too hot. Where are you going? You're not going to kill me? I already did. 10 minutes ago. With this. Shit. Poison. Yes. Shit. I'm assuming there's pain. Professor, you have no idea. It will paralyze you. And all you will feel is pain. But because you are paralyzed, you won't be able to scream. You won't be able to let anyone know what you are feeling. I wasn't joking when I said you would die alone and silent, with no screams, no torture. Only the torture that we had, or more specifically, I had in my own mind because of you. Just go with it, Professor. The pain will last 5 minutes exactly. And then you'll die in agony. It's all right. I'll wait. This is the only lead we could follow, Doctor. But it isn't good enough. We need to know where he will be. Follow the blood. Does he mean his blood, or does he mean the blood of those responsible for him? I feel like we're only barely scratching the surface with Lark Hill Detention Facility. Why is this so?
Russian theater is performing a special tour of America today. The Russian ballet are now performing Swan Lake at Gotham City's first annual theater at 7 o'clock this coming Thursday. I hope all of you Gothamites in America enjoy that. Meanwhile, in more local news...
I can't believe it. It's almost too coincidental. Do you think Marcus will? Yeah, I think so too. Stay here. I think if he sees you, it will just complicate matters. I'll go see him. No. Not as Batman, as who I am underneath. I'll be all right. I'll keep the comms up so you can hear the conversation. But I think a delicate touch is needed here. Wish me luck. I should have known that you would come. Oh, a solitary figure in a booth by themselves. It's like you're going for a Phantom of the Opera look. Yes, I suppose it was a little melodramatic, wasn't it? Look at her, Bruce. That's her, isn't it? Svetlana. Yes. And she looks just as beautiful as I remember. I remember every movement, every tone, every tempo change of this beautiful ballet. And yet every single time she She used to infuse me with such excitement every time she was on stage, Bruce. She was the one comfort that I had in my endless prison of infinite memories. What are we doing here, Marcus? Why did you come here? Well, tell you the truth, I wanted to remember what happiness was. Not that I'd forgotten it, of course, but I wanted to experience it one last time. All this time I thought that she was a long, unrequited love. But now I'm not even sure if that much is true anymore. The professor in charge of my case at a place called Lark Hill Detention Facility in England, he was testing a chemical for Alzheimer's treatment on me and my mother. My father had died, but the professor in charge, James Atler, he made me think that I'd done it. He made me think I killed everyone who ever... And the scary thing is, I don't even know how many people I have killed now. So many of my memories are convoluted or corrupted, with contradicting memories that overlap them like some puzzle on top of a puzzle, and like I've always seen the world in a shade of blue, and then all of a sudden colours I've never seen before have entered into my haze. I don't even know if Svetlana knows how much she meant to me. The professor said that she was just there for one time, and in order to show a bit of his corrupted form of kindness, he injected me and made me think that we had a thing. But even that memory, I don't know, is real. Have you ever woken up and weren't even certain that you were still dreaming, Bruce? I feel like this world, all of it, it's a mixture all the time, a constant mixture of truth and lie. How do I go on with this when I don't even know whether Marcus Kincaid is even my real name? I suppose you do what the rest of us do. Carry on as best we know how. We're all living in this world of truth and lie, Marcus. It's about time you started living like a human being again. So what happens now? That all depends on you. What are you planning to do, Marcus? You'll see, Batman. You'll see.